Alright, it has been a long time since the last video was put out on this channel. There is a good reason for that, in that I was travelling with Isabel across the west of Scotland after our mandatory quarantine period. This video today, however, is on me taking the journey from hobbyist drone pilot to commercial drone pilot. In that, I will go through what made me sort of decide to go for the commercial license, what's entailed in the commercial license. Hopefully it gives you a little insight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below after this video. First and foremost, it started when I was about 14, buying loads of different RC helicopters for fun. These ranging from the little micro ones to the ones that are about 50 centimetres to 75 centimetres long. Had a lot of fun with them, modded them to hell, put GoPros on them, all of that sort of thing. But again, it was just the sort of fun helicopters you can get out of your local hobby store. I then went on to set up a media company, was doing lots and lots of little things with local businesses. Didn't warrant having a drone license and didn't warrant me doing any drone videography or photography. However, then the opportunity came up due to a close friend. I was able to pitch to a pretty well-known hotel in the local area. They were looking for full production of promotional content of the grounds, the house itself that the hotel is based in, and the facilities along with that. Due to the fact that I had not got my drone license and had a lack of drone sort of abilities, in that I had only just purchased the Phantom 4 Pro, you'll find it up in the link here, on eBay, I lost out on that job. It gave me the kick that I needed to start researching into what it takes to get your commercial drone license. And for this step to the next step of actually taking it, it took me a very long time to be able to sort of jump off the cliff and dive right into it. I researched a ton of local companies that do the permission for commercial operations within a sort of 50-mile radius, and although they seemed good, they didn't really fit my learning profile, in that I don't do well in classroom learning environments, and I don't do well in the exam environments of those sort of situations, which led me to using 3IC. Now 3IC is a all online learning platform. You go through the coursework, you have a 3-month period to sit that, and you sit your theory in normal times, sit your theory and your practical flight test on the same day with the assessor that has been assigned to you in your local area. Now, it took me around 8 weeks to feel fully comfortable and ready to sit my test, and this coincided with the COVID lockdown here in the UK. Due to that, the company 3IC decided to put an extension on every student that had taken these courses and decided to do an online assessment for the theory section. This was done through Zoom, and I positioned my computer the wrong sort of way, in the fact that, well, no, my attention span is not great, so I had to keep completely focused and trying to tell myself not to look out the window during the exam. You shared your desktop screen to ensure that there was no sort of collusion with looking at notes or anything at the same time as taking the test. So I passed that first time, and then got the date through and connected with the flight assessor. So in the time between me passing my theory test and the practical assessment, I spent hours, and I mean hours, going from the house to the field adjacent to me, doing loads of different manoeuvres, testing out different modes, making sure I was fully comfortable with the craft. Now, with the flight assessment, you have to analyse the weather patterns that are coming in, and 24 hours before you fly, you have to say whether it is a go or a no-go situation. On this occasion, there was massive weather systems meant to be coming in around the time that I was sitting my test at 2 PM. Due to this, I said it was a no-go as the wind was to pick up and there was to be rain clouds coming in and heavy downpours around that time. On the day, turned out there was no rain at all in the area. The weather systems completely changed and moved southward, I think. That being said, it was probably a good move because I sat it on the Tuesday following, so 4 days later I sat it, and again it was bad weather but it was fine for flying in. There was a weather system coming in over the hill and there was high winds, but it was well within the flight restrictions of the drone itself. Completed all of the sort of tests left, right and centre on that, and resulted in me passing first time yet again. Once I'd done that, I filled out all of the relevant informations that needed filled out on my operations manuals and sent that off to the CAA. Now this took slightly longer as the website seems to have an issue with Chrome and putting payments through on Chrome. I rectified this by using Microsoft Edge, and 2 weeks later I received my certification that allows me to do commercial flying for clients and be paid for it. So like I said at the start of this video, if you do have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. A like rating would be appreciated, and if you want to see the Northwest Coast 250, however you want to term it, then please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and you will see when the first episode comes out. With all that being said guys, hope you have enjoyed and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.